This is a 166-piece premium screwdriver tool set with an electric screwdriver. So on the back it has lots of different bit types all listed out here. I was sent this to review for free. If you wanted to purchase it, it would cost you about $45. They haven't paid me for the review, and my opinions remain my own. So at the base of each of these bits, there's a little bit of plastic that acts kind of like a gripper. And in shipping, it appears that some of these bits have vibrated out of that. However, when I'm pushing them all down here, I feel some of them snap back into place. And so I believe as long as you're not shaking it too much, these guys will hold themselves upside down. So I had the one pop out here. That one doesn't seem to be snapping in like all the others. There, I got it. So it will mostly hold themselves in place. There is this sheet that goes over the top. This guy closes on it. So there's a very clear top. The metallic accent piece here is on the top and not the bottom. So as long as that's up, when you slide the lock out and open it up, you won't have any problem with this moving out. So this guy here snaps in place there and then goes down. It doesn't look like it will hold itself completely if you turn it upside down, but much of the rest of the pieces will hold themselves. So for example, this little cutting tool is magnetically attached there. These guys are snapped in place. Those guys are snapped in place. There's a door here. So right now, I can turn it over, and the only thing that fell out is two of these little bits. So it's probably not recommended to turn all the bits upside down, but for the most part, if they're snapped into place, they mostly don't move. Now there's a good selection of tools here. So first of all, there's all the bits. We have these 6 ones that are extra long for reaching down into deep holes, and then a whole bunch of the ones that are just kind of the regular sized, and pretty much any bit you're going to need that's a small micro bit is in here. We have a 90-degree angle screw driving bit, so you can use any of these around a corner. This is the electronic screwdriver. We'll play with that a little bit later. There's a whole bunch of tools. So there's like these metal sponging tools, and then there's plastic versions of those for popping things out. We have a pair of pliers, even those pliers there, and we also have this little pry tool as well. Now this is probably most useful for working on cell phones, and if you look in this little accessory box, they have like a lint-free screen cleaner. They have a baggie of just random screws that might be useful. They have a glass lifting suction cup, a dusting brush, a SIM pushing tool here. So there's kind of the SIM poking tool, and then we have a whole bunch of the kind of guitar pick, crack walkers or snappers. So they're giving you a decent number of those guys. Alright, so let's look at the screwdriver handle itself. So you put the bits in the handle, and you can just use this as a manual screwdriver. If it's turned off, this guy doesn't spin, and so you can just turn it by hand. Now, if you do turn it on, it has 4 settings, essentially. 0 means that these buttons won't do anything, and you can use it like a manual screwdriver. And so they recommend leaving it in the 0 or locked position when you put it away. And that way, if something were to accidentally push a button, nothing happens. And then they just have 1, 2, 3, and that's just the torque settings. And so when you push the button, the screwdriver will back out or drive the screw in. And it also turns on these LED lights, and they stay on for about 10 seconds after you stop using it. And so it's basically just different torque settings. So the 1 setting is noticeably slower than the 3 setting. So specifically, the 1 setting is somewhere between 0.15 and 0.25 Newton meters. The 2 is 0.25 to 0.35, and the 3 is 0.35 to 0.55 Newton meters. And online I've read that if it's turned off, it'll do up to 5 Newton meters of force turning this guy. I personally can't make it click or not turn just by holding with my fingers, but it looks like you should get plenty of force if you're doing it manually. So the display displays a little rocket ship icon when you're screwing screws in or pushing screws out. And then charging the screwdriver is done with this USB-C port on the back, and they include a USB-A to C charging cable in the box. So I'm plugging in a USB-C power delivery cable. It does successfully negotiate USB-C power delivery. It's drawing about 1.5 watts here, so it's 0.3 amps at 5 volts. So any cable you plug in here will be able to recharge this guy. So the bit selection is obviously kind of geared towards micro screws, but they do have some relatively large size bits. So they have a hex bit here that's pretty decently sized, a 5.5 millimeter hex bit, and they go up to like the Phillips 2 here. So first I'm going to try it out on unscrewing some kind of regular size screws, and I'm going to start at the number 1 torque setting. And so it stopped and is not able to unscrew that at the number 1 torque setting. So I'm going to bounce up to the number 3 setting. And yeah, the number 3 setting pulled that thing out just fine. Let me try the number 2 setting. Yes, the number 2 setting seems to work as well. So it looks like it's just the number 1 setting, which is not enough. I brought that one there too. It took a little bit, it stopped, but it looks like, between the 1 and the 2 setting is working for these screws into plastic. That one, see, it stopped again, but it seemed to break it open, and now it'll work. So normally I just turn screws by hand. Maybe I'm being foolish that way, because this was pretty easy. And it was definitely faster than I could do it by hand. Alright, so I'm going to put these guys back in using the number 1 torque setting. Now, the display doesn't show any torque reading or anything like that, but it just basically just stops when it hits kind of its torque limit, and the lights just flash. Now, I feel like I could get this a little tighter and still be okay, so I'm going to move up to the number 2 setting. And it definitely torqued it a little bit and then stopped. So with the exception of the last one, which went about a quarter turn, most of these just barely moved there. That certainly does make opening things and closing things a lot faster. Right, so this case is pretty darn nice. It organizes all the bits. It pretty much holds everything in place, with the exception of that Phillips number 1 bit. And this guy here, the screwdriver itself can pop out if you turn it upside down. But with the exception of that Phillips 00 bit, everything else is being held in here when I turn it upside down. So one thing about the case is this lock here. You can, put it halfway and it keeps it closed very well. If you push it all the way to the kind of lock, there's this positive click, and it is latched in there extremely well. It's difficult to pull back. So I recommend kind of just going halfway to close it on your desk, and you only do this like if you're traveling, because it takes, a decent amount of force to pop that back to unlock it. So I really like this as an all-in-one set. You know, it replaces pretty much every screwdriver, every security bit, you know, you're going to be using. And if you do a lot of work with cell phones or tablets, all these little plastic picking tools are going to be useful as well. So the charging cable comes in the box. There's not a clear, easy spot to put it in this case. If you cleared some of this stuff out, you could fit it in there. I think in general, you're just going to be charging this with whatever cell phone charger you have laying around. So you're probably not going to be using the cable they provide.